Well, another blockbuster on the books, another big signing, maybe the biggest signing left on the table. The Miami Dolphins are getting Terron Armstead, and they're getting him for 5 years. He's just a monster player in a big position of need. So let's talk about what he brings to the Miami Dolphins, and then sort of at the end, I'll touch more on the fit itself. So let's start off with a play like this. What you're going to see here is this is going to be a one-on-one matchup, and I think that there's a lot of things I really like about Armstead, but one of the things I've always noticed when watching him is it just seems like he always gets the exact hand placement he wants. Like I feel like I almost never see him like get a improper hand placement. It just doesn't really happen. You know, part of that might be just being 6'5", which is, you know, a bit on the taller side for an offensive lineman, definitely much higher on a taller side for a human, and that's probably part of it, but still, it's what you see. Like, watch what's going to happen on this play. Right when this play begins, you look at him and look at this hand placement. It's exactly where he wants. He gets that right hand right kind of on that left shoulder pad area of the Atlanta player he's going up against, and you see how he has his left arm kind of on that pec area. This is what he's trying to do. He gets his hands exactly where he wants them, and it just seems like this is something that he can do and what he can do with consistency. As you see, he's able to finish off this block on Ogunji, I believe it's how you pronounce his name. I'm not exactly sure, but 92 for Atlanta, and a very good job by Armstead here doing this, doing basically what he just does consistently. You can also talk about something like this. So on this play, it's always important when evaluating tackles is, okay, what are the different moves guys throw at you and how well does it work? We're going to see kind of a bull rush right here, and the answer to how well is it going to work? Well, it's not going to work out particularly too well. Spoiler alert. This is Steven Means, who Pro Football Focus ranked him as the 106 out of 107 eligible edge rushers. So we're not exactly going up against Von Miller here, but still, it's just worth mentioning kind of what Armstead's going to do. Look, Means is going to try to just see if he can overpower Armstead. He's not going to be able to. Armstead gets the hand placement. Again, it's just like, okay, I'm going to grab your shoulder pads. It's perfectly what he wants. It's like there's magnets in his hands or something. He just seemingly always gets it perfectly where he wants to have it, and then he just stops him. I mean, that's just what happens. There's just, I don't know how long it would have taken there for that to generate some pressure from Means. Like, I don't know, you would have had to take 5 seconds to make that work. It wasn't going to happen. So again, that's so important too with a left tackle. You want to not have to worry about your blind side, and that's why the left tackle is considered the most important position on the offensive line, and it can be, with Armstead, it certainly works. Let's go over to this play now. So again, going up against the edge rusher that I struggled to pronounce his name here. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup. This is going to be a passing play, and watch what happens. So right when this play begins, you see 92 using his left arm, and he does kind of get, on that left shoulder pad area a little bit. So this is an area where you can try to make something happen. Typically, there's several moves you can do, but the main thing you want to do, the main goal here that you're trying to accomplish when you're going up against a tackle is, if it's a left tackle, it's the left arm. You want to knock that left arm out of the way. If you can do that, you can get past him and you can get to the quarterback. However, watch how Armstead gets his left arm latched on, and at that point, you just can't generate that pressure, and that gave Siemian plenty of time to throw an incomplete pass. And that's the goal here for, in this situation. I think that for Armstead, again, this is just what he does. You talk about how important hands are in the offensive line position, and that's what he can do, is his hands are constantly in perfect position. I also like this play a lot. I thought this play was very fun, where what you're going to see here is, so the main thing you want to watch is the edge rusher, who I've circled in white, and also Armstead, who I've circled in yellow. It's kind of a weird play, but watch what happens. So number 90 for Atlanta, okay, kind of just gets to the outside. Looks like he's about to drop back into coverage now. So Armstead at first thought he had to block him, but now he realizes he doesn't. A bigger issue has now arisen as well, as what I've circled there. Grady Jarrett, who's a very good player for the Atlanta Falcons, has what looks like a potential straight shot to Trevor Siemian. That's something that seems like could happen. But the thing is that Armstead just seems to be a very aware player. It seems like he notices when things are going wrong and figures out how to fix them. As you see, that's what he does. He's going to get back. He is going to finish off that block on Jarrett, which allowed time for the quarterback to make the throw. So there's just stuff like that he can do very well. Again, if you've ever taken place in a Sean Payton offense, obviously that won't be the case this next year. No Sean Payton, but he learned from Sean Payton, right? And he has that. So typically guys who have learned from Sean Payton and learned from that Saints coaching staff tend to be able to block pretty well, and tend to be able to read stuff pretty well, and he can do all of that. Like one more play, again, kind of a similar stuff. It's those long arms and it's his great hands that typically put him in position to succeed. It's a one-on-one matchup right here, and watch what's going to happen. Again, look right here as you're going to see that he's able to get, like, look at his right hand and how it's kind of on 92's sort of left shoulder pad area where he can grab on, and just doing stuff like this. Again, it just means that you can kind of do whatever you want. And then just watch how long he holds on here too. I mean, if he just did that and then was able to, you know, be fine from there on out, that it was probably going to be a win rep right there. But the way that he was able to just hold on, that's just it's a great play by Armstead. I think there's no denying that, really.